Hello, it is me, the Holistic Healer, here with you today to talk to you about A Course in Miracles, Lesson 20 on the 20th of July. Um, Good morning. I'm so pleased that you are here with me again today. We started doing the course, I believe it was last March, and things happened and life happened, and um, a lot of people's lives were having a lot of stuff going on. So we took a little bit of a break, and now we are going to resume. Those of you that are just joining us, that's okay. If you missed the first 20 lessons, this is not one of those courses where if you don't do every single one, you won't be able to follow along. Obviously, it's better for some to do every single one, but um, ultimately, those lessons that you are meant to learn will be the ones that stick for you. Some of them may make sense to you and some of them may not, and that's okay. I want you to go into this with an open mind. Just be free and easy about it. Let it flow, okay? Don't put any worry into it. We don't want that energy into this. You want this to be we want to learn. This is higher learning, okay? This is information and mind training of love rather than ego thinking that was channeled from Jesus to a woman who wrote the book and the course. So um, I just want to remind you too that I am not the teacher of this course. Jesus and Holy Spirit are the teachers of this course. I am just a facilitator. Um, I'm learning just as well as you guys are as we do this. So the videos that I'm doing are what I'm getting out of them, and then I'm sharing that with you. If anybody gets something different or has stuff to add, I want you to always feel free to add what you feel needs to be added, okay? Um, I guess it's not, it's Holy Spirit's job to help you interpret the lessons that you're meant to learn from this, okay? I mean, there's a reason why we're all here, you guys. There's a reason why you were drawn to this. There's a reason why you were pulled to this. Your higher being and your guides and angels have led you here. So there's specific things you're supposed to learn from this, okay? I trust and I feel reassured that when every single one of us here are calling upon the same source, we will all share the same vision in some sort of way, right? We're all one. We're all connected, you guys. I have felt very called to help every single one of you to come to the center of your beings and really, really connect with the higher energy of who and what you are. And that's what I feel this is about. This is about our journey of enlightenment, and this is just a piece of the puzzle in our journeys. Um, Jesus, when you think about it, he was an amazing teacher. He was a friend and he was a guide. He still is. I, for one, am very grateful for being shown the opportunity to expand myself and all of you. I have had a very, very close connection with Jesus this whole lifetime. I can't explain it. So with that said, let's move on to today's lesson. So today's lesson, lesson 20. Lesson 20 is very interesting. It says, I am determined to see. So lesson 20 is an amazing and easy lesson. It helps us to know and recognize that as human beings, we truly want to see. Do we not? I mean, we do. I mean, in many aspects of our lives, we truly want to see. We long for that higher vision, right? For clarity, for understanding, to really completely see, know, and understand who and what we are and why we're here, right? Jesus said at some point during his lifetime, I was blind and now I see. Well, today we're going into this blind, and after this lesson, we will begin to see. We're all here learning, yet to see and realize that this is what we really want, right? So those of you that started this course with me and were like, oh, well, I just can't follow along, or I have too many things going on, or I'll catch up later. You weren't really seeing at that point in time what the vision is here of this course. And the course starts out kind of slow, but right here, right now, today, this is going to be a turning point for all of us. And those that are just starting today, for you as well. We're learning here to have sight through the eyes of Holy Spirit, through the eyes of the divine, through our higher selves, not through the sight of ego or through our eyes of ego, right? So that's what we're doing here. That's what we're saying. I'm determined to see, because most of us have been seeing things through the human brain and the human vision for most of our lives, right? So here we are saying, I am determined to see, like, I want to know the truth, right? So for today, in this lesson, Jesus brings us, he begins with sharing that up until this moment, right now, every single one of these lessons in this Course in Miracles has been very casual, right? It's been very a piece here and a piece there. And some of them you guys have understood it and others you haven't. But starting today, going forward, Jesus would like the lessons to be a little more planned. Jesus and me, as a facilitator, both want this to be something that you want to do. I want you to let your willingness carry you through here, even when there's times going forward with this where things don't resonate with you or it doesn't feel true. Understand there's a bigger picture and bigger lessons here that eventually you're going to see, okay? So in this lesson, Jesus is wanting you to feel like you don't have to do this. But he also wants you to realize that it is an option. So you have a decision to make right here, right now, in lesson 20. Jesus is saying to you, if you want to do this, great. If you don't want to do it, great. But these are the guidelines to the reversal of your thinking, okay? This course is about reversal of your thinking. And again, Jesus wants you to not misconstrue it as an attempt to send force or pressure on you to do this. Please don't let your ego take it there. That's not it. He really wants you to understand, and he's asking us, you want salvation, right? You want to be happy, right? You want peace, right? Me personally, I say yes. Yes, I do. Show me, please. So Jesus is reminding us that we do not have that right now. Like, our minds are completely undisciplined right now. So we don't have that vision. And because of that, we cannot distinguish between joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, love and fear, truth and illusion, right? We simply can't, you guys. Our minds are not trained to be able to truly see and distinguish between those things, those dualistic thinkings. But he's telling us if we stick with this course, we will begin learning to tell them apart indeed. And that is where the reward will be, right? One of many that we'll receive from this. But Jesus wants us to know in this lesson that our decisions to see, like to truly see, is all that's required of us. And that's why he comes back to this often, to see that our willingness is here, okay? You're showing willingness by watching this video. That's the first step. You guys, the degree of your willingness to see the truth of your being, of who you really are, is the degree that you will see that truth. So the affirmation of today is the thought that I am determined to see. That's your affirmation for today. I am determined to see. And that reminds you that more than anything else, you really, truly want to see. You want to know the truth. It reminds you of that as you say it. Now, I don't know about you, but I want to see. I want to be free from that egoic thinking. I want to see the truth of my existence. I want to see the love that is me, that is my being, that I'm aligned with thinking from a space of love, not thinking from a space of ego. That I can tell you I want badly. Don't you? Is that why we're here? It's part of why I'm here. So in these teachings and in this lesson, we are free, right? We are all one when we are sharing in the minds of God's children, right? Every single one of us is a divine spark. We're all connected, and when we're sharing in that, we're free, right? We're expansive. So Jesus says here today, what you want is yours, guys. But you have to show the willingness. So do not mistake a little effort that is asked of you for an indication that our goal is of little worth, okay? Jesus says in the lesson, can the salvation of the world be a trivial purpose? And can the world be saved if you are not saved? And he says in the lesson, God has one Son, and he is the resurrection and the life. His will is done because all power is given to him in heaven and on earth. In your determination to see is vision given to you. Now, back yourself up a minute, because what was just said was not meant how your brain took you to think that was meant. So in these few words, Jesus is making the declaration that God has one Son, right? And who is that one Son? It's us. It's all of us. We're all one. We're all one divine spark. We're all one energy, you guys. The self. It wasn't just Jesus. Jesus doesn't want you to think of it like that. We're all connected, right? And when we have the declaration, then we are willing to see, right? Does that make sense? So this is when we become willing to welcome in our part and our path and our individual paths and purposes as the light of the world. Because each and every single one of us is that spark of light in the world. We just forget that when we come here as humans, right? So in this, we embrace this heaven on earth because that is truly what we want, right? When we are in our human bodies, we just forget and we think we are separate and we think we don't belong. But that's because we're in the mind frame of the ego, where we feel alone and separate. But listen, you guys, heaven is a state of being. It is not a place that we go. Well, maybe it is. I can't say that for sure. None of us know for sure. But it definitely is a place that we go mentally and emotionally when we are aligned with unity and oneness, right? So today, right here, right now, Jesus is asking us to make this declaration that we are ready, and we are able, and we want to see, so that we can truly begin to see. So for the exercise today, Jesus wants it to consist of reminding yourself throughout the day that you want to see. But you must truly feel this inside so you can align with this as your truth. You know that. So throughout the day, not just right now, remind yourself that you want to see. And know your truth, that you are ready to leave behind the ways of the ego-trained mind. And you're truly ready to learn how to live in the unity of love and only have eyes that see all of us as one, never ever separate. So today we're declaring that this is what we want. We want to see that. We want to feel that. We want to be that. So applying his thought allows us to humbly step back and finally actually receive the true sight that Jesus has been trying to send us since birth. It has always been there waiting for us to receive it, you guys. When you're ready, though. Are you ready? You have to be ready. Jesus tells us, he says, repeat today's idea slowly and positively, at least twice per hour today, attempting to do so every half hour. So he wants you every half hour, repeat it to yourself twice. That you want to see. I want to see. I am determined to see. So that it might be possible for you to truly feel the energy of this. One thing that might help you, and I've tried before, like when I have affirmations that I really feel are important, I write them on my hand. So then anytime I reach for something, I see it. And then you can, try to remember throughout the day to say, I am determined to see. So you guys, this is a pivotal moment for us in this course because we are truly stepping into our light today, you guys. We are truly giving ourselves permission to let go of that sight we had for so long, that life is hard and we are separate and we feel alone. Today, we are surrendering here to let that higher awareness inside of us that we all have show us the truth of who and what we really, truly are. We say we want that. Today, we're declaring we want that. So we are saying and making the statement that we are ready and we want to see the truth. We want to know our truth. Will you remind yourself? So to finish this off here, Jesus does say in the workbook that the extra repetition should be applied to any situation, person, or event that upsets you today. Because then you'll be able to see it differently, and you will. What you desire, you will see. Such is the law, the real law of cause and effect as it operates in our world. We're going to see the truth of that today. So currently, right now, none of us, we are not truly seeing, right? And those of us who are thinking, well, yes, I am, I see, I know my truth. Remember, that is your ego. Let that go and surrender to the not knowing and not seeing so that you can retrain your brain and thoughts how to see true vision here today. Okay? It's completely okay that we can't see because that's why we're here, to learn how to see appropriately and what's in our highest and best. So today, we're going to make the declaration, I am determined to see. Every time you're in a situation that is not for your highest and best good today, apply this lesson and watch how differently your thoughts become. Watch how peaceful your thoughts become. Feel how wonderful you feel inside, okay? So remind yourself twice an hour, 2 times. I am determined to see. We're wiping our slates clean. We have like we've never seen before. We're brand new, clean slate. How will you see? I send you all love. I send you all joy and many, many, many blessings of God's divine white light. Namaste.